Next, make the moon. It consists of a hollow ball, light strings, and moon fabric pieces. First, put the light string into the hollow ball. Then attach the hollow balls together. Finally, crochet the moon fabric pieces to wrap around the hollow ball. The new stitch technique used is the double crochet decrease. Please watch the demonstration. First, take the awl and hollow ball. During the making process, be careful with the awl. Pay attention to safety. About at the bump. 1 thumb away. Take one out. Use the awl to mark a point first. Around 1 centimeter away from the edge. Please handle it gently to avoid cracking the hollow ball. Then heat up the awl. And drill a hole at the marked point. If you have a candle at home, you can light it up. Take it slightly slow during the process. Don't burn yourself. Pay attention to safety. The size of this hole just needs to be big enough to fit the light string. Once the hole is done, take the light string. And slowly draw it through the hole. Then place the light string inside the hollow ball. Then take the other half of the hollow ball. Close it and glue it in place. I'm using a glue stick here. If you have a glue gun at home, you can insert the glue stick into the glue gun and use it after preheating. If not, you can also use the inner flame of a lighter to melt the glue stick before attaching. Just remember not to burn it for too long. And also avoid burning directly underneath the glue stick. Keep the flame at a slightly tilted distance. Apply glue evenly on a few spots is enough. No need to glue all around. Once done, set it aside for later use. Next, let's crochet the moon piece. Take out the yarn. Start with an adjustable magic ring. Once completed, work 3 chains to begin. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet stitch. Then, into the starting loop. Crochet the corresponding number of double crochets according to the chart. Once completed, you can check the stitch count. After confirming correct count, gently pull the starting yarn tail tight. Tighten the center of the piece. Finally, insert the hook into the back loop of the 3rd chain stitch from the beginning. Join with a slip stitch. This completes the first round. Thread the starting yarn tail onto a yarn needle. Tie a knot on the wrong side, and weave in the ends. To prevent the center of the loop from coming undone. Once completed, any excess yarn tails can be woven in as you crochet the second round. Now let's crochet the second round. Work 3 chains as the beginning chain, which counts as 1 double crochet, unless otherwise stated. It will always count as 1 double crochet. This won't be repeated in the following steps. Work 1 double crochet into the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. Work 1 double crochet increase into the left stitch. A double crochet increase means working 2 double crochets into the same position. This completes 1 double crochet increase. The following steps are to work 1 double crochet increase into each stitch. Follow the chart and crochet the entire round. Finally, pick up the top of the 3rd chain in the beginning chain. Work a slip stitch to connect. This completes the second round. Continue crocheting the 3rd round. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Then work 1 chain as a transition. Work 1 double crochet into the insertion point of the slip stitch. Work 3 chains as a transition. Skip 2 stitches on the left side. Work 1 double crochet into the next double crochet stitch. Then work 1 chain as a transition. Work another double crochet into the same insertion point as the previous double crochet. We'll work 3 chains as a transition. Treat the stitches worked so far as one sequence. The following steps will be a repeat of this sequence. Everyone follow the pattern chart to complete this round. Pay attention to skipping 2 stitches between each sequence. Finish this round with 3 chains as a transition. Then hook a slip stitch into the space on the left side of the beginning chain. Don't pull it too tight. This completes the 3rd round. Next, let's work the 4th round. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain, then chain 1 as a transition into the space formed by the 3 chains on the left side. Pick up all the chain loops and work 5 double crochets. After completing, chain 1 as a transition. In the small chain space on the left, work 1 double crochet. We'll treat all stitches after the beginning chain as one sequence. The following steps will be a repeat of this sequence. Everyone follow the pattern chart to complete this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch into the space on the left side of the beginning chain. Don't pull it too tight. This completes the 4th round. Now work the 5th round. Start with 3 chains as beginning chain. On the double crochet stitch on the left side, work 5 double crochets in sequence. In the space on the left, work 1 double crochet. Chain 1 as a transition, skip 1 stitch, then work 1 double crochet in the next space. We'll treat all the stitches from the first double crochet to now as one sequence. The following steps will be a repeat of this sequence. Follow the pattern chart to complete this round. Hook into the top of the beginning chain, specifically the 2 strands of the 3rd chain. Join with a slip stitch. This completes the 5th round. Starting from this round, crochet while holding the empty ball up to check the fit. Make sure it's not too big or too small. The fabric should sit nicely against the empty ball. If the size is off, it's recommended to adjust your tension, or switch to a different hook size and recrochet. Continue to the 6th round. Make 3 chains to start. Work a double crochet into the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. Work a double crochet into the left stitch. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch and work a single crochet. Chain 1 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch and work 3 double crochets into the left stitch. When you meet a chain space, work into the chain space. Complete. Work a double crochet increase into the left stitch. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch and work a single crochet. Chain 1 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch and work 3 double crochets into the left stitch. Complete. Work a double crochet increase into the left stitch. The following steps are demonstrated the same way. Refer to the chart to finish this round. Pick up the top of the beginning chain, and join with a slip stitch. This completes round 6. Now let's work on round 7. Start with a chain of 3 as the turning chain. Corresponding to the beginning chain below, pick the left side of the double crochet stitch, and work 2 double crochets. After completing, chain 3 as a bridge. Skip the chain and the single crochet below, starting from the left side of the double crochet stitch. Work a double crochet into the double crochet stitch. 1 stitch corresponds to 1 stitch for crocheting. After completing, chain 3 as a bridge. Now we meet the chain and single crochet again, skip them and do not work into them, start from the left side of the double crochet stitch. Pick the stitch, 1 stitch corresponds to 1 stitch for crocheting. After completing, in the following steps, skip the single crochet and chain if encountered. On top, always chain 3. Work a double crochet into the double crochet stitch. 1 stitch corresponds to 1 stitch for crocheting. Everyone follow the pattern chart to complete this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch. This completes round 7. Now move on to round 8. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Work a double crochet into the double crochet stitch. In the chain space, make 3 double crochets. Following that, continue working a double crochet into each double crochet stitch. In the chain space, make 3 double crochets. Everyone follow the pattern chart to complete this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch. This completes round 8. Next, we'll start round 9. Before beginning, work a slip stitch into the left stitch. Don't pull it too tight. Once completed, officially start crocheting round 9. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Into the left stitch, work 5 double crochets in sequence. One chain stitch. Skip 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet. Continue with 1 chain stitch as a transition. Skip 1 stitch and work 6 double crochets in sequence on the left side. No new stitch techniques are used in this part. Just follow the pattern chart to finish this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch. This completes round 9. No new stitch techniques are used in round 10. Simply crochet according to the pattern chart. Next, we'll start round 11. Work 2 chains as beginning chain. Count as 1 incomplete double crochet, then work 1 double crochet into the left stitch. We will treat these 2 chains and this double crochet as a special double crochet decrease. The stitch of this double crochet is the stitch of this special decrease. Work 1 double crochet into the left stitch. 1 chain stitch as a transition. Skip 1 stitch and work 2 double crochets in sequence on the left stitch. Work 3 double crochets into the left chain space. Next stitch is a double crochet decrease. First pick up the left stitch, and work 1 incomplete double crochet, yarn over the hook once, yarn over, insert the hook into the left stitch, wrap the yarn and draw through, then yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. This completes 1 incomplete double crochet. Continue to work 1 incomplete double crochet on the left stitch. Now there are 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops at once. This completes 1 double crochet decrease. I'll demonstrate another sequence. Work 1 double crochet and 1 chain stitch on the left stitch. Skip 1 stitch and work 2 double crochets on the next left stitch. Work 3 double crochets in the chain space. Next stitch is a double crochet decrease. First pick up the next 2 stitches on the left, and work 1 incomplete double crochet in each. Once completed, yarn over and draw through all loops at once. This completes the double crochet decrease. Following this demonstration, refer to the chart and finish this round. Finally, slip stitch into the special double crochet decrease stitch. This completes round 11. Once round 11 is completed, you can place the hollow ball inside the fabric. Pay attention to the raised side of the hollow ball. Place it on the side where the last round of the fabric ends. Then move on to round 12. Make 3 chains as beginning chain. Then chain 1 as a transition. Work a double crochet into the left chain space. Chain 1 as a transition. Skip 1 stitch underneath. Work a double crochet on the left stitch. Continue working 4 double crochets 1 by 1 on the left stitches. After completing, chain 1 as a transition. Skip 1 stitch, work a double crochet into the left chain space. Chain 1 as a transition. Skip 1 stitch underneath, work a double crochet on the left stitch. After that, work double crochets into the double crochet stitches. Skip the double crochets on both sides of the hole, correspondingly make a chain on top. Work a double crochet into the chain space. Everyone follow the chart to complete this round. After completing, Pick up the hole on the left side of the beginning chain, and work a slip stitch into it. Do not tighten. This completes round 12. Now let's work on round 13. Make 2 chains as the beginning chain. Count as an incomplete double crochet. Next, work a double crochet into the left chain space. This completes a special double crochet decrease. Then make 4 chains as a transition. Skip the double crochet underneath, into the left 2 chain spaces. Work an incomplete double crochet in each. Then yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This completes the double crochet decrease. Continue with 4 chains as a transition. Skip the double crochet underneath, into the left 2 chain spaces. Work an incomplete double crochet in each. Then yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This completes another double crochet decrease. The following steps will follow this demonstration. Start with 4 chains as a transition. Then work a double crochet decrease into the chain space. Follow the pattern chart to complete this round. When almost finished, place the string of lights. Underneath the chains. Skip the string of lights and work a double crochet decrease. This way the string of lights is now in this chain space. Finally join with a slip stitch. This completes round 13. Next, work round 14. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. In the left side chain space, work a DC2 puff stitch. The crocheting method is the same as for a double crochet decrease, except the insertion position is different. First, work 2 incomplete double crochets into the chain space. Then yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This completes the DC2 puff stitch. Continue by working 1 double crochet in the same space. After completing, work 1 double crochet into the left side double crochet decrease stitch. In the next space, work a DC2 puff stitch. First work 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This completes the DC2 puff stitch. Continue by working 1 double crochet in the same space. Work 1 double crochet into the left side double crochet decrease stitch. We will treat the stitch pattern from the second puff stitch to now, as a repeat sequence. The following is just repeating this sequence. Finish with a slip stitch. This completes round 14. Now let's work on the final round. First make one slip stitch into the left stitch. Don't pull too tight. Chain 2 to begin. Work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. In the next stitch, work a double crochet decrease. When crocheting, go a bit slower. Don't hook into other strands. Continue with double crochet decreases. Then pick up the stitch and work a double crochet decrease. Follow the chart until you complete this round. Once the final round is done, cut the yarn and weave in the ends. Then set it aside for now. This completes the moon making. Next let's make the Osmanthus bouquet. It includes the Osmanthus flowers, leaves and assembly. Make them in order. First learn the Osmanthus flower. There are 2 color schemes, both start with the magic ring method. Crocheting in rounds. Please watch the demonstration. Get the yarn. Start with a magic ring first. Then work the first round. Begin by working 3 chain stitches. On the third to last chain stitch, pick up a half stitch and work 1 double crochet. Two chain stitches. 1 slip stitch. Work the slip stitch in the same insertion position as the double crochet. Gently tighten. After completing, join with a slip stitch in the starting chain loop. The first group is done. Repeat this group's crochet method. Complete this round. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Tighten the starting yarn tail. We will consider the side showing the braid-like texture on the edge as the right side of the fabric. Treat it as the front side of the fabric. Next, cut a piece of wire 14 cm long. Take one purl and thread it through. Fold it in half. Pass through the center of the front side of the osmanthus. Wrap the excess yarn tail around the wire. Apply glue while wrapping to secure it in place. This way, one osmanthus flower is completed. Make the rest of the flowers using the same method. There's no requirement for the colors of each flower. Whichever color you have more of, just crochet a bit more with that color. Finish them all and set them aside for later use. Next, let's learn how to make the leaves. They are divided into large leaves and small leaves. The crochet method is similar, just the number of stitches differs. All start with a chain stitch. Crochet along the foundation chain. Next, I'll demonstrate using the small leaf as an example. The new stitch technique used is a picket made with 2 chain stitches. Please watch the demonstration. Take the yarn. First start with a chain stitch. Then crochet the first row after completing the foundation chain. Make one beginning chain to start. Start from the second to last stitch. Pick up the top loop of the chain, and work one slip stitch in each stitch. Don't pull it too tight. 1 single crochet. 6 half double crochets. Finish with 1 single crochet in the last chain stitch. 1 picket made with 2 chain stitches. First work 2 chain stitches. Insert your hook into the front loop of the next stitch. And 1 thread from the left side. Work 1 slip stitch. This completes the picket of 2 chain stitches. Work another single crochet in the same insertion position as the single crochet below. Rotate the piece. Pick up the remaining 2 strands of the chain. Work 6 half double crochets in sequence. Be careful not to insert into the same position of these 2 single crochets. After completing, work 1 single crochet, 1 slip stitch. Leave a 10 cm yarn tail, and fasten off the yarn. This completes one small leaf. The method for crocheting large leaves is similar to that for small leaves, except the stitch count is different. Follow the chart. Finish crocheting the remaining small leaves and large leaves. That's all for the leaf crochet technique. Next is the assembly. Divide it into 2 large flower branches, left and right. After completing them, combine them together. It will occupy about half of the ring plus a little more. During the making process, you can measure and assemble as you go. Here, everyone can first watch my demonstration, then proceed with the assembly. Let's start by assembling the left flower branch. Divide it into main branch and small branches. First, make the first cluster of small flowers. Take out 2 small flowers. There are no specific color requirements. Leave about 1.5 centimeters at the top. Some can be a bit higher, some can be a bit lower, that's fine. Pinch with the left hand. Then take 2 small leaves with the right hand. Place them around. Pinch with the left hand. Take the thread for wrapping the branch. Apply glue about 0.5 centimeters above the bottom of the leaves. Apply glue at the position. Start wrapping for 1.5 centimeters. This way, a cluster of Osmanthus is made. The second cluster is made in the same way, only with a different number of Osmanthus flowers. Add 1 large leaf and 1 small leaf. Wrap 2 centimeters underneath. That's all for the second cluster of Osmanthus branch. Next is the third cluster of Osmanthus branch. First take the Osmanthus blossoms. Leave 1 to 1.5 centimeters at the top. Wrap with yarn for 2 rounds. Take 1 large leaf and wrap 2 to 3 rounds. Then take one large leaf and one small leaf. Place the small leaf in between the two large leaves. Wrap 1.5 centimeters underneath. This way, the third cluster of Osmanthus branch is made. Continue with the fourth cluster of Osmanthus branch. Take the corresponding number of Osmanthus blossoms and one large leaf. Leave 1 to 1.5 centimeters above the blossoms. Wrap with yarn for 5 to 6 rounds. Add one small leaf. Wrap for 1.5 centimeters. This way, the fourth cluster of Osmanthus branch is made. Now let's assemble the main branch. Take 4 Osmanthus blossoms. Leave about 1.5 centimeters above. Take 2 large leaves and one small leaf. Place the small leaf in between the two large leaves. Take the thread for wrapping the branch stem. Position it about 0.5 centimeters upwards from the bottom of the leaves. Apply glue. Start wrapping for 3 centimeters. When about 1/3 wrapped, add the shaping wire. Remember to secure it with glue. Then take the first cluster of Osmanthus and place it on the left. With the small leaf at the back. Wrap for 5.5 centimeters. Add the second cluster of flower branches at the front. Wrap for another 5.5 centimeters. Add the third cluster of flower branches. Wrap for 3 centimeters. Add the fourth cluster of flower branches. Wrap for 5 centimeters. Finally secure everything with glue. Wait until the glue is completely dry, set it aside for now. Trim off the excess shaping wire. That's all for the left side flower branch. Now let's move on to the right side flower branch. The method is similar. Here I'll explain using the already made flower branch. First, assemble the individual small flower branches by following the chart. The assembly method is the same as the first cluster of the left side flower branch, just with a different quantity. Once done, assemble the main branch. Add the small flower branches during the process. When adding the last small flower branch, you need to take out the left side flower branch. Overlap the last 5 centimeters. Wrap the thread around this part to secure it together. When you're close to the ending position, trim off the excess shaping wire and yarn tails. This way the flower branch is assembled. Finally, use thread to secure the flower branch onto the ring. Start by securing the bottom part. Cut a piece of yarn and thread it through the needle. Weave in the yarn tail. Make sure to weave in a few extra stitches if you're worried about it coming off. You can apply a bit of glue. This is the securing method. Later, at each branch junction point, secure it onto the ring. This way the Osmanthus Bouquet is attached to the ring. Next, tidy up the Osmanthus flower branches. Shape them into the desired form. Once completed, set it aside for now. Next, let's learn how to make the battery cover. Start with a chain stitch. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise from the beginning chain. After completing, don't cut the yarn and crochet the buttonhole. Finally, sew the purl button symmetrically opposite the buttonhole. Please watch the demonstration. The stitch techniques used in the first 3 rounds have all been demonstrated before. Just follow the pattern chart to crochet. Remember to work the starting chain at the beginning and finish with a slip stitch at the end. I've already crocheted mine ahead of time. Next, let's work the round 4. Make 2 chain stitches as beginning chain. Doesn't count as 1 stitch, starting from the first stitch underneath. Work 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Follow the pattern chart and crochet all the way around. Finally, pick up the first half double crochet stitch and join with a slip stitch. Note, do not hook into the beginning chain. This completes round 4. Now proceed to crochet round 5. Worked as the same method as round 4. Start with making 2 chain stitches as beginning chain. Doesn't count as 1 stitch. Work 1/2 double crochet at the insertion point of the slip stitch underneath. Then pick up the next stitch on the left, and work 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Finally, pick up the first half double crochet stitch, and join with a slip stitch. This completes round 5. Take the battery of the light string. Put it into the battery holder. If the battery holder is too loose or too tight, you need to adjust your tension and recrochet. For the following rounds, just follow the demonstration of round 5, and keep crocheting all the way down to the second to last round. While you're crocheting, check the fit with the battery as you go. I've already finished mine in advance. Now let's work the final round. I'll use this small swatch for the demonstration. The number of rounds is not for reference. Make one beginning chain. First, work one single crochet into the insertion position of the slip stitch. Next, pick up the left side of the half double crochet stitch. Work one single crochet in each stitch. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. This completes the last round. After completing the last round, now let's crochet the buttonholes. I'll use this piece for demonstration. After completing the final round, take a look. Fold it in half along the starting chain. Check if the slip stitch mark of the last round is centered. If it is, don't cut the yarn. Follow the chart and crochet the corresponding number of chains. Then work a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Don't pull it too tight. Finally, leave a long yarn tail and thread it through a yarn needle. If it's not centered, you'll need to break the yarn. Now let's demonstrate the method using a swatch. Fold it in half along the starting chain. Find the center position. Crochet the corresponding number of chains according to the chart. Since my yarn is thick, the number of chains is relatively small. Once done, work one slip stitch in the same stitch. Finally, leave a long yarn tail and thread it through a yarn needle. After completing the buttonhole, thread the reserved yarn tail through a yarn needle. Make sure the yarn needle can pass through the buttonhole. Move the yarn to the symmetrical position of the buttonhole. Take the purl button and sew it on. Finally, weave in the ends. Weave in a few extra stitches for security. That's how the battery case is completed. Next, let's learn how to make the hanging loop. Tassels and final assembly. The hanging loop is made by attaching shrimp braid and wooden beads onto a ring. The tassel is a pre-made piece, no need to crochet it. Once the hanging loop is completed, we'll do the final assembly all together. First, let's learn the crocheting method for the hanging loop. It's a shrimp braid about 24 centimeters long. You can also decide the exact length based on your preference. When crocheting the shrimp braid, leave a long yarn tail at both the beginning and end for sewing. Next, I'll provide a crocheting method for the shrimp. Now demonstrate the crocheting technique of the shrimp braid. Start with a chain stitch. Chain 2. Then insert the hook into the top loop of the first chain. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over again. Draw through from first 2 loops. Keep the hook, don't move. Turn the fabric piece below clockwise. Then, the hook picks up this 2 threads. Yarn over. Draw through. Yarn over again, pull through the loop on the hook. Continue turning the piece clockwise. The hook picks up 2 threads like this. Yarn over. Make a single crochet. Continue turning the piece clockwise. Pick up the same 2 threads and make a single crochet. Keep repeating this method. Turn the piece clockwise. Then pick up the 2 vertical threads on the upper left and make a single crochet. When you've worked to the desired length, secure with 1 chain stitch. Leave yarn tails, cut the yarn. If you need to sew, leave a longer yarn tail. This is the crocheting technique of shrimp stitch. Once the shrimp is crocheted, set it aside for later use. Now proceed with the overall assembly. Take the finished tassel. Thread the yarn at the top into the sewing needle. Right below the center of the flower branch. Secure 1 stitch on the back loop. Next, go back through the middle position of the 2 threads below. Tighten. Sew 2 more stitches on the loop. Then cut through the folded part of the sewing thread. Take one of the threads and pass it through the side. Then tie the 2 threads together to secure. Apply a small amount of glue to the knot. Finally, hide the remaining yarn tails on the loop. Make sure to weave in a few extra stitches. Everyone, please make sure all the yarn ends are hidden. That's how you secure the tassel. Next, take another piece of loop yarn, insert into the sewing needle. I'm using random colors here. Pick up the moon. Sew the raised part onto the loop. Position the light string hole facing backward. Roughly level with the highest point of the right flower branch. Slightly lower than that point. Remember to leave a little yarn tail to tie a knot and secure. Tie a knot at the end to secure. Remember to leave a little yarn tail at the end to tie a knot and secure. After sewing, move the yarn to the third to last round of the moon. Secure the third to last round to the sixth to last round onto the ring. This way the moon won't move around. Now the moon is fixed in place. Once completed, take out the large and small leaves. Sew 2 large leaves at these 2 positions. Sew 1 large leaf at the back. and one small leaf. The angle for securing is up to your preference. Before sewing, you can use glue to fix the leaf in place at this position. Sew the leaves and osmanthus flowers here. The main purpose is to cover the seam between the moon and the ring, making it look neater. So the sewing position can be decided based on your preference. Once the glue is dry, glue the other side as well. Then use the reserved yarn from the leaf to secure with a few stitches. Just enough so it doesn't fall off. This way the leaf is sewn on. Once the leaf is done, next take the osmanthus flowers and pearls, and sew them on the left and right sides of the section where the moon is fixed. There's no specific number of flowers required, just make it look nice and attractive. Cut a piece of yarn, in the same color as the osmanthus. Or use light yellow yarn for both. Pull out 2 strands. Take them one by one. Thread through the pearls. Fold the yarn in half. Insert into the yarn needle. Sew the osmanthus flowers. Here I'll demonstrate the method. The rest of the flowers I've already sewn in advance. Once one flower is done, sew the remaining ones as well. Secure with a knot after all are done. This way the seam between the moon and the ring is covered. Next, place the battery into the battery holder. Attach it to the ring behind the osmanthus flower on the right side. Finally, tie off and weave in the ends. Now the battery is securely fixed. Next, take out the rabbit. Sew it onto the ring and the Osmanthus bouquet to the left of the tassel. No specific method required, as long as it stays in place and doesn't fall off. Now the rabbit is securely fixed. You can secure it again if needed, to prevent it from falling off. Finally, tie off and weave in the ends. Finally, take the hanging loop, and thread the reserved yarn ends through the yarn needle. The length of my hanging loop is not for reference, just demonstrating the method. Finally, sew it onto the ring. The other side of the tassel. Pay attention here. After sewing on the hanging loop, when you lift it up, the whole piece should be straight, not tilted. There's no specific position required for sewing the loop, as long as it's sewn on securely. Finally, tie off and weave in the ends. Make sure to weave in a few extra stitches. This way the hanging loop is done. Up to this point, the entire piece has been fully explained. If you have any unclear parts during the crocheting process, feel free to reach out to our customer service. Don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode.